In this video, I will teach you on how to solve quadratic equation using quadratic formula. So first, what is quadratic formula? So actually, quadratic formula is derived using the concepts of completing the square. This time, we will use completing the square to derive the formula for quadratic formula. So, given the standard form of quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So, in this case, we need to divide our equations by the numerical coefficients of x squared. So, from here, we will have a over x squared plus b over ax plus c over a. So from here, the numerical coefficients of x squared will be equal to 1. In the first step of completing the square, we need to rewrite the term in which the number containing the variable should be at the other side while the constant term is on the other side. So from here, we will have x squared plus b over ax is equal to negative c over a. Just the constant term to the other side, while a over a here becomes equal to 1. That's why we only have here x squared. Next, we need to get the half of the coefficient x. So we have b over a times 1 half is equal to b over 2a. Next, we need to square b over 2a. So we will have b squared over 4a squared. We will add over 4a squared to both sides of our equation. So we have x squared plus b over x plus b squared over 4a squared is equal to negative c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. So from here, we need to factor the left side and simplify the right side. So the factors of this side, we have the square of x plus b over 2a. So and the simplest form of this expression is b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Since we are done with finding the factors of the left side and simplifying the right side, we will now extract the roots for the both sides. So we have x plus b over 2a is equal to positive negative square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So this means that our quadratic formula is equal to x is equal to negative b positive negative square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So let us use quadratic formula now in solving quadratic equation. Remember that in order to use quadratic formula, we need to identify first the values of a, b, and c of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So, let's begin. Let us solve for the following equations using the quadratic formula. Start with number 1. So, first step, we need to rewrite the equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Or simply, we need to rewrite this in standard form. Transform it into standard form, we need to use addition property of equality or simply transpose 10 to the left side and 11x to the left side also. So we will have the standard form 6x squared minus 11x minus 10 is equal to 0. So this time, let us now identify the values of a, b, and c, which is a is equal to 6, b is equal to negative 11, and c is equal to negative 10. So since we now know the values of a, b, and c, we may now substitute it to the given quadratic formula, replacing b, a, and c here. So, applying the quadratic formula, we substitute the given here to our quadratic formula. So from here, we have positive 6 for A. That's why we replace this one and this one by 6. For B, we have negative 11. That's why from here, we replace it by negative 11 and another negative 11. And for C, we have negative 10. That's why we replace that side by negative 10. Simplifying this one, we have positive 11. Why? Because negative times negative 11 is equal to positive 11. Positive, negative is square of negative 11 is equal to 121, and negative 4 times 6, negative 24, times negative 10 is equal to positive 240, over 2 times 6 is equal to 12. This time, let us now simplify the radicand. So we have 11 positive negative square root of 361 over 12. Square root of 361 is equal to, yes, 19. That's why we have here 11 positive negative 19 over 12. So to find the values of x, we need to get x plus 19 over 12 and x minus 19 over 12. So let's try it in our next page. So x is equal to 11 plus 19. 11 plus 19 is equal to, yes, 30 over 12. When we simplify it, we will obtain x is equal to 5 over 4. Next, x is equal to 11 minus 19. 11 minus 19 is equal to, yes, negative 8 over 12. When we simplify this, we will obtain negative 2/3. That's why the solution for 6x squared is equal to 10 plus 11 are 5/4 and negative 2/3. Let us move on with example number 2. Again, applying quadratic formula. But this time, we need to write this into standard form. So, we simply transpose x squared to the left side. So, our standard form will be negative x squared plus 3x plus 18 is equal to 0. The values of a, b, and c is negative 1, positive 3, and positive 18. Now, let us apply the quadratic formula by substituting the values that we have here to our formula. So, we will get negative 3 plus minus 3 squared minus 4 times negative 1 times 18 over 2 times negative 1. Again, we simply replace the variables here by the values of a, b, and c. Now, simplify the radicands and the denominator. We will have negative 3 plus minus square root of 3 squared is equal to 9. Negative 4 times negative 1 is equal to positive 4. And positive 4 times 18 is equal to positive 72. Next, 2 times negative 1 is equal to negative 2. Let's add the radians. We got negative 3 plus minus square root of 81 over negative 2. Square root of 81 is equal to, yes, 9. That's why we have x is equal to negative 3 plus minus 9 over negative 2. So to get the value of x, we need to get negative 3 plus 9 over negative 2 and negative 3 minus 9 over negative 2. So this one. Negative 3 plus 9 is equal to positive 6 over negative 2. And 6 over negative 2 is equal to negative 3. Next, negative 3 minus 9 is equal to, yes, negative 12 over negative 2. And negative 12 over negative 2 is equal to positive 6. Therefore, the solutions are negative 3 and positive 6. Let's have our third example. x squared plus 5 thirds x plus 1 equal to 0. Since we have here a fraction, we need to multiply both sides by 3 to eliminate the denominator here. So our new equation will be 3x squared plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now, let us identify the values of a, b, and c, which is 3, 5, and 3. Substitute the values of a, b, and c. We will get negative 5 plus minus square root of 5 square minus 4 times 3 over 2 times 3. Simplify the fractions here, we will obtain negative 5 plus minus 5 square is equal to 25. Negative 4 times 3 is equal to negative 12. And negative 12 times 3 is equal to negative 36. 2 times 3 is equal to positive 6. Simplify the radicals here. So we got negative 5 plus minus square root of negative 11 over 6. Since square root of negative 11 is not a real number, then the equation has no solutions. Okay, let us move on with our last example. We need to rewrite this equation in standard form. So to do that, we need to distribute x to the terms inside the parentheses here in our left. So we have x times 5x and x times negative 3. That is 5x squared minus 3x. So in this side, we need to distribute positive 2 to the terms in the parentheses. So we have 2 times x squared and 2 times 5. So we will get 2x squared plus 10. Get the standard form, 3x squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Identify the values of a, b, and c. We got 3, negative 3, and negative 10. Now, substitute these values in our quadratic formula. We will obtain negative times negative 3 plus minus square root of negative 3 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 10 over 2 times 3. Next, so simplify this, we will get positive 3 since negative times negative 3 is equal to positive 3 plus minus square root of negative 3 square is equal to 9. Negative 4 times 3 is equal to negative 12 times negative 10 is equal to positive 120 over 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Now, simplify the radicals, we will get 3 plus minus square root of 129 over 6. Since 129 is not a perfect square, therefore we can conclude that the solutions are 3 plus square root of 129 over 6 and 3 minus 129 over 6. So that are the solutions of 3x squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So remember, when you are solving quadratic equation using quadratic formula, the first concern is to write the equation in standard form. That way, the values of a, b, and c in the quadratic formula can be easily identified. I hope you learned something today. Thank you for watching. See you again in my next video. Bye!